Welcome to Access Unlock the show. And I'm very excited today. We have in studio El Jefe, the one, the only Big Heff, the mover, the shaker. What's up, El Jefe?
Everything's good. How's everything going with you?
See, look at you already in boss mode playing with the phone. People calling you already blowing you up.
Oh no. I was just putting my other phone on silent, so you know.
See, we all have one phone. He has two because he's just that busy.
Oh man, what's going on? What's Texas like? What's up?
Texas is still confusing with the weather. We're hot, we're cold. We don't know what we're doing. But let's get into you. Straight out of Cleveland, Ohio, Nerve DJ's vice president, former Def Jam associates. Now you're with Capitol Records.
Nah, Capital
Mhm.
Structure Company though for sure. It's a Capital Structure Entertainment is my company, and before I was a regional at Epic Records.
Epic. I'm sorry. You know what? You touch every platform. I don't know where you be at. I know you do TV,
It's,
brand ambassador. So it's hard for me to keep up. So
yeah,
now tell me about the capital structure.
Capital Structure is like an imprint that I started probably 4 years ago, and it was just like like at the time I just felt like I had given a lot of talent away and not having it under my own regime. So I started a imprint label, and still enthusiastic, still passionate about it. And I just started signing artists and stuff that I wanted to. It's like a boutique label that I push, but I feel like it's bigger than me. I'm minimalizing it, but it's a boutique label. But we had a couple artists signed. We got a couple artists signed. We got a couple big name personalities. I did a movie last year. I'm working on another movie this year, and
Hold up, Hef. See, I gotta stop you because you like to be saying stuff without saying stuff. Tell us the name of these artists, the big name artists, and tell us about your movie.
my movie is called The Cap. It's kind of fitting for the Capital Structure moniker, but my movie called The Cap. It's on Tubi. It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Sheen TV, Mega Plus. Uh, Artist that signed is Ty Bree. She's a female artist, and then a lot of people still know me for my affiliations, my partnerships with Cardi, and uh, you know, help break artists like Megan Thee Stallion and T Grizzly, and we still going. I got another artist I work with named Sleazy World Go out of Kansas City, and we just making moves and just building. I'm trying to build an empire. I'm
I love how you just say it's so easy. We just making moves and we just building. But for those who don't know about El Jefe, Big Hef, give us a little backstory about how did you get your start?
my first like my big start. Well, one I gotta shout out like my Ohio players and Third Ward family, but like my big break came like working at dealing with DJ Who Kid and dealing with 50 Cent, and then I started working at Shady Records with Eminem, D12, with Obi Trice, and like just through that crazy journey that it just led me into my path through the music industry. It's kind of solidified me as a executive, and then there was artists actually from Texas that like I helped out a lot. And back then I didn't even know what I was doing as artist development, but it was is artist development. So like I was real heavy into bringing Mike Jones and Slim Thug and Chameleonaire and Lil Flip from Texas and making them Midwest artists. So that was kind of like another, and I was like one of the guys that was in New York saying, let's sign these guys. These are the next up guys. And they also happen to go on to be platinum artists. So it kind of gave me my stripes on the A&R side. And then, I started working at Def Jam. I started something called Ohio Hip Hop Awards. Did 12 years with that. Started working at Def Jam. Was there for 8 years. Then I started working at 300. So that led to me working with like Megan and T Grizzly and Young Thug and all of that good stuff. And we here.
Well, I love your backdrop. In the backdrop, we see all these plaques. Tell us something about these rewards you have received and what do they mean to you? Which one is the most when you're like, dang, I can't believe I got this award? Tell us about some of those plaques in the back.
Uh, all of them mean like different stuff. Like Jeremiah, um, that's kind of like up, but that was the first one I got. That was a gold record for working with Jeremiah, Def Jam. Cardi is always going to be special because that's the partner, that's the homie, and just to see her whole journey from start to where it is now is crazy. Um, Shout out to my guy Brooklyn Johnny. Future, of course, is one of my favorite artists as well. Meek Mills is one of my favorite artists, and just all of them mean like different parts of my career. At the end of the day, like they all mean a lot to me. Ty Bree is the female artist that I first signed. That was my first female artist that I personally signed. I'm always on a team with Cardi and Megan and Dream Doll, but she was the first female artist that I signed personally. And just kind of going through it, like just going through it. And what else is over here?
A
Future,
lot of stuff.
Flow. But I just got one at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a couple of months ago, like a month ago, and that meant I always wanted to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so I figured that's like kind of like a stepping stone of where I want to end my career at, But I got a lot of new artists and stuff that I'm dealing with, so like we're trying to do a label situation with the whole Sleazy World brand, trying to do working on just a couple more artists getting signed before first quarter ends next year, and but all these awards, they mean a lot to me though, for sure. It just let me know my work didn't go in vain. So I got like an award room in the crib, but it's reminders all over the house now.
Dang, I need an award room. Let me get on your team so I can give me a couple of awards and get my rooms to right. I just got a couple of awards. You got thousands. So I definitely want to be like you when I grow up.
It's UK. It's excess unlocked for sure.
Okay. So wait a minute. So with you being in the game for so long, especially being with Def Jam 8+ years,
Yeah,
what knowledge are you able to give back to us that you hold dear to your heart?
man. Like it really go down to like the basics. Like it's really energy, and then building your team, and then just making sure everybody in your team got the same objective. Like a lot of success stories all kind of have like a similar lining with each other. So the artists that really go to, like a lot of art, of course, all artists are good in their own way, but the ones that I see that become successful are the ones that are always about having a solid team, a solid foundation. And then, it's there's so many platforms out there now that you just have to combine the best of all of them. So if you're a TikTok artist, if you're a streaming artist, if you're a touring artist, like you got to have those outlets and those platforms built for artists now.
Okay. Which I know you have a solid team behind you, but a lot of people don't know that. Who is the part of the Big Heff brand that helped pushed you to keep going?
Push me to keep going. It's really my peers, man. Like it's crazy because like a lot of people don't see like the level of success or see where the music might go and see where it might take them and what it might get them. But I've literally seen people at the start of their career to becoming multi millionaires and some even billionaires. So it's going to Miami and seeing some of my friends live in these big houses or build apartment complexes and stuff off music money. And I think that like just seeing and being around that is always self motivational because of course you know, every once in a while you're gonna look at yourself and say, damn, I got to get my stuff together. But all in all, it's just motivating because it's like, all right, all of these things are obtainable and all these things are within your path of success. All you got to do is keep working and put the right business decisions together.
Right on. So, with you having the opportunity to work with Meg The Stallion and Cardi B, what do you think about the way rap is today and the female artists?
I feel real crazy because I feel like I was a part of it, you know, like just changing the culture. It was a point in time where it was kind of like frowned upon to be a female artist, or there was no light on them as artists. And I think like we're working with Cardi and then working with Megan and then working with Dream Doll, it was kind of like it ushered in that whole new wave of female artistry, you know. And I seen it happening. So like when I was you know, when we had first got Tyree signed to RCA, like it was her, Flo Milli, Lotto, and it was kind of like the new chicks on the block. And you know, so I'm really proud of it. At the end of the day, I'm proud of it. Uh, it's definitely gave a, you know, a whole female empowerment and a voice to the women in the industry. They've been running and taking over stuff.
Okay. And also, we know you do, the things with the record label, but you also a part of the worldwide Nerve DJs. How did you become the VP, step up to that level and help manage that organization?
I really just sat down with Johnny O. I had a game plan. Like I never really was a person to I never was a person to really want like, you know, to be attached to one specific thing. I like always liked my mobility and the way that I had relationships with a lot of people. So uh, when I sat down with Johnny O, I like this was at the verge of kind of like the Cleveland music scene. Like Machine Gun Kelly had just got signed, Ray Jr. had just got signed, and I wanted to help my community and help my my city. So I wanted to develop a support system for our artists that they could be around for the longevity of the time. I felt like a lot of times in the music industry, like the label can either ingest you and spit you out whenever they want to. You know, when your career is done, it's done. It's like no support. But you know, pretty big job. You know, we went from being having 250 DJs to over 5,000 and you know, a lot of active members. So a lot of times when I tour and I go places, I always, you know, communicate with our Nerve DJs. I utilize our Nerve DJs, and you know, we kind of a staple in the music community right now. So it's good.
And he utilized me. I'm definitely forever part of the Nerve DJ family. Let's get that understood. So I'm not going anywhere either. So I have to definitely give a shout out to Heff and Johnny O for letting me still ride with you guys for years. You are a great group of brothers doing your thing and grinding, and y'all help put a lot of people on, and you not stopping. That
Yeah,
big
you know,
Heff brand is going.
I was really proud at the 20-year anniversary. We did it at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was big, you know, like had liquor sponsors and brand partnerships, and you know, like at the end of the day, for a musician and for artists and people in music to be at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was legendary. So um shout out to Johnny O. Like he really, you know, went above and beyond to make sure it was a great event and you know, and to celebrate our community. I feel like with the digital age, they're trying to kind of denounce the importance of DJs, but I think we just still is relevant, you know.
Right on, right on. So, with the hit, what is your short-term goal for El Jefe?
My short term goal, uh, make this movie. Um, I want to be the head of a major record label. Um, and short term goal is to sign like I want to get like two more artists signed to a major label, like within the next 12 months.
Okay. So you already have one movie under your belt and you're doing another one. What's
Yeah.
the name of this movie? And do you have any actors? Who do you want to come in on this movie that's like a heavy hitter, if you could?
like working with up and coming people, but like it was crazy the way, when you speak stuff into existence and the stuff that happens. So like I was at the airport and I was coming home and Spike Lee just so happened to sit next to me and
Wow.
about movies and first movies and all that good stuff. And um I just want to be like a voice or a platform for the new generation, man. So I'm really just on that part. Like I sat in on a movie that Adam Sandler was shooting, and all the actors in there were new. They were young, new vibrant people. So I kind of want to be like a platform like that.
Okay. So you mentioned Adam Sandler. So your movie is going to be more like comedy or variety, action. You stop dropping and dropping and shooting people. I mean, what's going on with the movies? What would you prefer to be if you had to choose a lane?
I like coming to age stories just because I feel like like that, and then I like biopics. That's like kind of my thing. So, but comedy, coming to age stuff. Like I just feel like life is life, so a lot of people can relate to that if you put it out there the right way.
Okay. And I know in the past you had TV shows and you also had your own radio show. Are you still doing those things?
Yeah, like I said, a lot of these just become staples in the community. So I still got my radio show. It's syndicated on like I think it's like 12 different stations or something like that. And then my TV show, like I got one called a Platform TV. It airs on Channel 21 on Spectrum in Cleveland, and then I'm looping them into all the streaming services and all that kind of stuff so people can check them out. And then still got 216 in Park, still got Midwest Connects TV show out of Indianapolis. So I keep busy though for sure.
What does it take, which people consider you to be a mogul, mover and shaker? What does it take for you to keep all this organized? Because you all over the place, but you get it done and make it seem so effortlessly.
I think that's the big thing. Just taking working at a label is just like the teamwork and always like I like to build people up at the same time. It's helping me, but it's also helping them get their credits into the music industry. So uh, I'm always gonna preach team first. So the way I do it is really just relying on a team, putting people, empowering people to be who they say they can be. Like I watch, like being at Epic, you see Sylvia Rome, who's an industry veteran. She's like probably one of the best executives in music. You see Kevin Lyles, you see all these guys, and you kind of take like a piece of each one of them and put them in your own teamwork and your own perspective.
Okay, okay. So you know what we like to do on Access Unlock the show? We like to put people on the hot seat. You know what? Some of my questions may be music related. They may not be. So
How
you gotta be you well rounded. So you have to know a little bit about everything. Let's see how smart is El Jefe. So El Jefe, hot seat question number one. Let me first go. Do you watch the news? Do you watch CNN and all that stuff? Are you politically, aware?
times?
Sometimes. Okay.
What's the high?
So, so it's one that's burning everybody's mind or thought. What do you think about this war right now? And how would it impact America?
Man, it's really sad because I just feel like a lot of people are just imposing their wills on a weaker country, and but hopefully, they'll get all the support that they need to overcome the obstacles. But I do pay attention to it because it affects a lot of my friends in the music industry that have family over there.
Right on. Okay, that was short and sweet answer. I need to burn you up because you try to get one of those. You over here a politician. You just yeah, and make it seem. I see you getting through it, but I'm not gonna burn you up on a hot seat. But do you think um the music industry, hot seat question number two, and politics go hand in hand? For example, voting. Is voting important? And do you believe that more rappers need to um kind of put voting, I guess, on the forefront or encourage it? Or what do you think?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think that they should use, you know, their platform to help empower, you know, the people that don't have a voice at the end of the day. Um, and I just think that is what's right, because at the end of the day, if you got to vote to get the funds to move your community the way you want it to, like you need that financial support. Like, well, what's the difference between living in the suburbs and living in the hood? Is just the opportunity, and you got to have that opportunity and that financial stability to dictate the terms of your community.
Hot seat question number 3. You said we not that you said, we know that you have dealt with a lot of females in the music industry. And at this moment, a lot of times, like your Sexy Red, get a lot of flack for being too sexual. What do you think about the way the females are performing now and their sexuality, the way it's displayed in the music industry?
I mean, for you got to have freedom of speech, one, because that's rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say that there was a Queen Latifah and an MC Light back in the days, and there wasn't a Foxy Brown and a Lil Kim. So I feel like you have the ability to, this is programming is different now than it was before, because now you got 120,000 songs to get uploaded to Spotify every day. So you can pick and choose what you listen to. It's not like you're force fed all the music anymore. So you have the opportunity to pick and choose what you listen to. So if you want to listen to Sexy Red, listen to her. If you want to listen to Blakeyana and Megan Thee Stallion, which I would prefer you to listen to, then that's cool. And if you want to listen to Poetic Justice or whoever it is, then you can listen to them too.
You know what? I love the way you answer this, and I love the look on your face like, oh my goodness. But you answered it well. Now I'm just gonna, cool you off a little bit. Those were a little warm. They weren't too hot.
They want
Hot
to.
seat, none, right? Another hot seat question. Which artist would you love to work with at this moment? Your top 3 artists and why that you have not worked with before?
Oh, because I'm gonna say the same artist that I work with. I mean, uh,
Nah, you gotta do something new. Who's on your radar?
who would I like to work with? Hmm. Who would I like to work with that I haven't worked with? I mean, the obvious is gonna be like Drake or Wayne or somebody like that. But a lot of people I've either ran across and been a part of their campaigns and success stories. Like, I feel like sometimes my story it's like Forrest Gump's story of rap music. Like, I've literally run across a lot of crazy situations where I've seen Drake when he first came in. I've seen Drake on the road now. I've seen Future when he first came in. Epic. That's the major artist. So
Y'all, he didn't really give us an answer, but I'm gonna let him make it on that.
hey,
He
wait.
was say, wait
Uh,
a minute, we didn't hear you. What'd you say?
y'all new artists then. If that was the case, it would be y'all new artists for sure.
Like who?
Um, I think my dude Luis Armando said he want to work. Uh, you know what? I'm just into developing within my own crew, so it's the Alilas and the Bellas and the Ryan Wolves and the Crisises and just people like that. Is
Okay.
we gonna have fun regardless, and then we gonna make some noise and make history. And I think I got a great blueprint. So uh, I think that if we do it, like if we do the right stuff and put the right stuff in motion, then the results gonna come. So it's gonna be the award nominations and the plaques to come and all that good stuff.
You know what? I think Heff is in the wrong field. He actually should be a politician because,
I,
baby, the way he skated across these questions, I don't know what happened. You did it so smooth.
I did a couple interviews before.
Yeah, but yeah, you was skating. But I need to learn that tactic. But really good and great answers.
I feel like a lot of people go for what's at the top all the time, right? So
Right.
I feel like if you get that same opportunity and that same energy to new artists or new people that you,
Right.
then like even they say at Def Jam, like Gucci Man, like not Gucci Man, but Jeezy, Two Chains, Big Sean, they story already written, they pavement already done. So you
Right.
credit off of breaking, like I get credit off breaking new artists. That's what I like to do. So I rather
Mhm.
new artists, and then 3 or 5 years from now they'll be veteran artists, but they have a whole career path and a whole business model to make them superstars. And because it takes 2 or 3 years to develop an artist, so it's just the nature of growing a community that's gonna support you and be underneath like what you putting out and what you're doing. So
Now that is really smart, and that's a great way to think, and you are right.
so I'm not gonna go to the Rod Waves. Like I seen Rod Wave at the beginning of his career. We was on tour with Kevin Gates and YK Osiris. So I seen him at the beginning of his career when he was playing 3,000. Now I seen him doing, this is 4 or 5 years later. So now I see him doing 15,000. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a
Wow.
new artist and build them up for sure.
Last hot seat question. We know you are from the great state of Cleveland, Ohio.
A
City
show.
state. So, do you keep your ear to the street in your city?
I keep my ear to the street in the whole Midwest. Being honest with you,
Okay.
um, like I feel like I'm really tied into St. Louis this year. So with Sexy, with Blakeyana, with Lil Kel. There's another girl named Lady O. There's another guy named Crydine. Kansas City, we got Sleazy World Go and the whole community out there. And then I got another guy I support named D Walk. Another guy from Wichita is T-Rail. Detroit always been a second home with me on the music side. So yeah, I'm tapped in the streets for sure though.
Okay. So I was going to ask you which are the hottest artists, but I guess you just named them from the Midwest.
My city, I like Idak. I like a guy named Rose Camp. And then, I'm still gonna promote like some of the female artists that's coming up. So it's a Lila Divine, that girl Ja. There's just a couple people that's on the verge too, So we're gonna make some stuff shake off for sure.
All right. All right. So, which you've been around for a minute, which we always give you your flowers, who would you like to give your flowers to? Like if you say this guy really was instrumental in me doing my thing or this person, who
Man,
would you like to give flowers to?
it's a lot of them. So my first guy I would probably give flowers to would be my guy D Train. And he was the guy that made me quit my job. He didn't make me quit my job. He just influenced me to quit my job. And I used to work at a bank, and so yeah, it started going from there. Shadow and D Sun around. They had a 300. I do EP at Def Jam. Uh, and it's probably a lot of the like artists that took a chance on me. You know what I'm saying? So Dream Doll, Brooklyn Johnny, uh, like everybody. Like I feel like anytime somebody go into they Cash App, Zelle, whatever, and they break bread with you, like and give you an opportunity to prove yourself, then you know, like those people should get flowers because it's I ain't gonna say like the behind the scenes music community or the A&R community is big. It's really small. Oh, my other guy would be Barry Hefner too. Like my guy Barry. He runs since the '80s. He got like Jid and Earth Gang and J.
Oh, and I love Earth Gang.
So and um, So
Yeah,
yeah,
too.
yeah. I like they're my guys. They're my people. So I support them. They support me. My dude Azim. like it's a handful of execs that really kind of embraced me into this executive role and ushered me into this executive role where it allows me more freedom to do what I want to do. And then, like, I feel like I can still got the ears to go into the studio and create a record and then actually know how to bring that record to life.
Okay. Big Heff Midwest Fresh. So we know you got your thing going on with Capital Structure. What projects are y'all dropping right now from your label?
I got a Ryan Wolf project that's in the chamber. I got an IDAC project that's in the chamber. I got a Light of Vine project in the chamber. I got a Tybri project that's in the chamber. I got a movie. I got a movie soundtrack that I'm starting to work on. I got a television show I'm starting to work on. I just want to be very flexible going into first quarter of 24. And we dropping a Sleazy World Go project February 9th. We got a Sleazy World Baghdad project that's dropping in December. Um, that's a lot, man. Like I could go on forever with all the stuff that I got going on that's in my head, but those some of the projects that's popping. I'm trying
Okay.
to bring to life this new Dream Doll project. Um,
What's the
and
name of the new Dream Doll?
I don't have a name for it. We got a whole bunch of songs, and now it's just like it's time to go. Time to wake some stuff up.
Okay. Well, Heff, I do want you to shout out your social media so you can let the people know where to find you.
Big Heff Midwest Fresh. I believe in the Midwest real crazy, and I want to say we got more victories than anybody right now.
Okay.
Uh,
That is fact.
and on Twitter it's just Big Heff BIGHEFF. So just follow me, tap in with me. It's a lot of good information. I want to give a shout out to, of course, Access Unlocked, but I also
Thank you.
just put Midwest League put me on the cover of their magazine this year, which was a goal of mine when I first started. So shout out to them, and then shout out to Big Break Magazine out of Kansas City, who just put me on the cover of their magazine. So, um, and go vote for me for Industry Power Player of the Year for the SEA Awards.
Are you
And
going to the STAs? You better be there because I'm going.
in Atlanta, right?
I forget, but
In
I'm
a,
going.
so I definitely want to go. I've been going a lot lately because I've been working with Ivory Scott, who's like a crazy songwriter, and he just started his journey as an artist. So I'll be with him. I'll be with Lil Kel and a couple other artists, man. So you know, we just working. I feel like Atlanta is the place where you got to create the music at, though. So
You know what? There's a couple of things I love about you, Big Hef. I love the fact that you are always the same. Even throughout your success, you have never changed up. You always just a genuine good dude. Keep it 100. If I text, he gonna text back. If I call, he gonna call. He never forget about I'm not gonna say the little people, but the little people. He's always reaching back, each one teach one, dropping those jewels. I love me some Hey, y'all don't understand. Thank you, Big Hef, so much. But with all the knowledge you have, I want you to leave us with some words of wisdom.
man, stay focused. Do not let uh internet, what you think might be internet success, fool you and move you out of your spot. I think that you should definitely develop a team, have a vision, have a goal. Vision boards. That's like my main thing right now for anybody that's around me. Vision boards. So uh just have that, man, and everything is like, and align yourself with the right people. I think everything else will fall in line. Like
Right on.
it's really, you got to speak success into existence. So it might take you a year, it might take you 5 years, but if you surround yourself with the right people and put yourself on a path, then it's there. Shout out to my guy King Dorian too. Like King Dorian, Arnold Taylor are two other executives that I would definitely want to shout out because they keep me together.
Already. Well, you know what? You have to come back on Access Unlock the show anytime you want and drop some more jewels. And y'all make sure y'all go follow Big Heff, El Jefe at Big Heff Midwest Fresh on Instagram.
Yep, there you go. I appreciate it. Okay, for sure.
Thank you, and we're out.